In previous class, I explained that is types of bank. Today, I'm going to explain you the functions of commercial bank. This you may expect for 4 marks in the annual examination. Banks perform variety of function. Some of them are the basic or primary function of a bank, while others are the agency or general utility services in nature. The bank may perform various functions in a banking activities. Some of them it's a very important. That important functions we are calling as a primary function, and other than that function we calling as a secondary function. Here the functions of commercial bank we can classify it as a two categories: primary function, secondary function. In primary function, what are the main function performed by the bank? First one, accepting deposits. Second one, providing loans and advances. And third primary function we have credit creation. Second important function, that is secondary function. In secondary function, we can classify it as a two subcategories. One is agency function and utility function. In agency function, the bank will act as a instructor, or the bank will going to help to the account holders, like a interest payment, installment payment, interest collection, overdraft facility. Utility function, overdraft facilities, discounting of bill, locker function, travelers check. These are the functions of commercial bank. You already learned that the what is commercial bank in the types of banks. The commercial banks means when they want to start any commercial bank, they want to follow the rules and regulation prescribed in the Indian Banking Regulation Act 1949. And also the commercial bank means accepting the deposits for the purpose of lending and investment whenever the demand may come from the customers, that is bank customers. They are going to repaying that amount with using the check, draft or other etc. It is called commercial bank. Let us learn in detail the functions of commercial bank. In the textbook they have given that only the 5 functions. They are not categorized that primary function or a secondary function. They have given the directly that 5 functions in your textbook. The first function, acceptance of deposits. This acceptance of deposits, it will come in the primary function. The acceptance of deposits is nothing but the bank, they want to provide the loans and advances to the customer, but there is no without the money, how it possible? So the bank will going to issuing the deposits to the public, that is general public. The general public, they will going to open the different kinds of accounts. They are going to depositing the money. Through that money, what that bank has received that money, from that the bank will providing the loans and advances to the industry or a business, and they are going to charging some interest. Along with, from that interest, some portion of the money the bank also will providing to the customer in the form of interest what they are deposited for that amount. It is called acceptance of deposits. The bank may issue that different kinds of deposits like savings account, fixed deposit account, current account and recurring deposit account. Here I'll just give a what is savings account, information about different kinds of account. Savings bank account, it is a one of the most popular account in a bank. The savings bank account are introduced by the bank to mobilize the small savings of low and middle income group of people. This account are opened with very small account. If you want to open the savings account, the savings account, it is a very easy to open, and also minimum the 1,000 rupees or a 500 rupees you can deposit, you can open the this account. And minimum balance you have to maintain in savings account, that should be the 5,000 in a rural in a urban area, 3,000 in a rural area. This is the minimum balance you have to maintain in a savings account. And also interest is paid on daily minimum balances and credited to the respective savings bank account. How they are going to consider, or how they are going to providing the interest to the savings bank account, what you are maintaining the minimum balance, or what you are maintaining the balances, based on that balance they are going to providing the interest to the account holders. This is the savings bank account. How you can open this savings bank account? The bank will going to give that application form. Nowadays they are going to, or the customer has to apply through the online. You have to fill that necessary details. After that you have to submit that necessary document. After the finally the bank will providing the banker kit. One kit will going to provide. In that kit, passbook, checkbook, ATM card, other document will be there. This is called savings bank account. Next, coming to that current account. This current account, it is opened by the business owner or a proprietor. This is called current account. That means the small traders or a business unit, government, etc., who can make the payment conveniently through the check. In practices, they cannot be any commercial bank without current account. This current account, it is offering only the commercial bank. And next we have recurring deposit account. This deposit mean for the people having regular monthly income, salaried class people. This kind of account opened by the employee, what they are earning regularly, that is monthly income. From that monthly income, the employee will going to give the direction. In that account they are going to cutting that some amount. Okay, got it? It is called recurring deposit account. And we have fixed deposit account. That means the customer will going to deposit sum of money for a fixed period of time, and also the interest rate is more compared to the savings account or current account. There is no interest. And also they are going to, bank will going to charge that interest to the customers. They are not providing any interest to the business or owner. And we have last one, demat account. Demat account, it is very useful for when you are going to purchasing or when you are going to sell the shares. It is called different kinds of account. That means in simple, accepting of deposits means the bank will going to collecting the money from the public by issuing the different kinds of accounts like savings bank account, current account, fixed deposit account, recurring deposit account, demat account. Second one, we have lending of funds. Lending of funds means what they are collected the amount or money from the public in the primary function, that is accepting of deposit. That money the bank will not keep it with the bank itself only. They are providing to the industry or a business as a loans and advances. And also this loans and advances, the business what they will get return, they have to pay the interest to the bank. It is called lending of funds. The bank will lend means investment. They are going to investing, or they are going to providing the loans and advances to the business. It is called lending of funds. And next we have check facility. The banker render a variety and important services to their customer by collecting their business drawn on the other banks. The check is the most developed credit instrument, unique feature and functions of bank for the withdrawal of deposit. The check we are calling as a negotiable instrument. Negotiable instruments means the check you can transfer, you can get money at in anywhere in all over the world. the bank may situated at any branch, the check can be accepted. It is called negotiable instrument. We can transfer or we can get the money through the check at any branch all over the world. The bank, after that depositing, that public may depositing the amount through the bank will providing the check facility to the customer. In this check, you can fill that necessary details like pay and rupees, date, and the account number. They are going to print it in that account number. Here just I have given the image and picture of the check, how it will be the check. It is called check facility. In check we have two types of check or two kinds of check: open check and cross check. Open check means on the above the top of the check you are not writing that anything, and when you are giving to that some persons you are not supposed to write. That is open check. Cross check means, suppose in the pay column, can just observe in the picture the check pay column, if you are writing, if you want to give to check to someone, you are writing that on the that person name, and above that check you are going to putting two lines, that is cross check. Open check means anyone can withdraw the money and they can deposit to the bank. Cross check means the same person has to withdraw the money from the bank. It is called open check and cross check. And next we have fourth function, that is remittance of funds. Remittance of funds means it's a very simple. The bank may offer or bank will provide another important function to its customer, that is fund transfer. That is, the customer can transfer the funds from one place to another place from his account. They have to use that internet. It is called remittance of funds. Nowadays, instead of that e-banking or net banking, they are going to using majority of the 60%, that is Google Pay or Phone Pay. Got it? It is called remittance of funds. When you want to transfer the amount from the Google Pay or Phone Pay, it has to connect it with the bank. That is, you have to fill that necessary information, that is account number or UPI ID. It is called remittance of funds. That means transferring of funds from one place to another place. Next, allied services. Allied services, in addition to above that function, that is primary function and secondary function, the bank also provide other services, that is called allied services. The bank also provide allied services such as bill payment, locker facility, underwriting services. They also perform other services like buying and selling of shares, debentures on instruction, other personal services like payment, insurance premium, collection of dividend. The bank not only accept the deposit, not only providing a loan, and also they are going to helping to the account holder or customer. The bank will going to pay the bill payment like a electric bill, water bill, or whatever. The bank also collect the rent from that account holders. Okay, these all possible. The customer has to provide standing instruction to the bank before that collecting or payment of the bill or amount. The customer has to write the letter and they have to submit to the bank. Based on that, the bank will perform of all the above services. For all the services, the bank will charge that commission. And also main services, allied services, is locker facility. You know very well the locker facility. Here I have given the picture of locker facility. And underwriting services. Underwriting services means, suppose I want to start a business, I am issuing the shares to the public. Some shares it's not sold. That kind of shares, what I will do, I will providing the shares to the bank. The bank will also sell that shares to its customers or to the public. They are going to helping to the business. It is called underwriting services. Even the bank also will buy and selling of shares and debentures, and also it collecting the dividends and insurance premium. These are the allied services. I hope that all the students have understand very well the functions of commercial bank. We have acceptance of deposits, lending of funds, check facility, remittance of fund, allied services. These are the functions of commercial bank. In the next class, I'm going to continue with the e-banking. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು, ಅವರು ಕೆಟ್ಟವರಾಗಿರಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಮೆಂಟಾಲಿಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕಳ್ಳ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೋಡಿ. ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದನೇ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಕದೀತಾನೆ, ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಅವನು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ ಕಳ್ಳನ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿನ ಒಂದು ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್, ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್. ಬನ್ನಿ ಕೇಳೋಣ. ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಹಳ್ಳೀಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಹಳ್ಳೀಲಿ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ತಂದೆ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಮನೇನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ತಂಗಿ ಮದುವೆ, ಅಮ್ಮ ತಂಗಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ತಂಗಿ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಾಲದು, ನಾನು ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಮನೇಲಿ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಪ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿ ಏನು ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬರ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಬರ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಅವನು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗೆ ಮನಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 1 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು, 2 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು, ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಮೌಂಟು ಕೂಡ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ನು ತೆಗೆದಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ಇವನಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಹೋಗಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇವನು ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವನ ಜೇಬಲ್ಲಿ 90 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ಇವನು ಸರಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಹುಡ್ಕೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕಳ್ಳ ಇವನ ಜೇಬಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂಥ 90 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಚೀಟಿಯನ್ನು ಕದ್ದುಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಕದ್ದು ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಇವನಿಗೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕಳಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬೇಕು, ಆದರೆ ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಹೋದ ನಂತರ ಇವನು ಬಸ್ ಇಳಿತಾನೆ. ಬಸ್ ಇಳಿದ ನಂತರ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಜೇಬಲ್ಲಿ ದುಡ್ಡೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ತುಂಬ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು 90 ರೂಪಾಯಿನ ಕೂಡ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನಾಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಒಂದು 3-4 ದಿನ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಲೆಟರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ, ಅವರ ಅಮ್ಮ ಬರೆದಿರುವಂಥ ಲೆಟ್ರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮಗ, ನೀನು ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದೀಯಾ. ಏಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು, 2-3 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕಳಿಸ್ದೇ ಇರೋದು. ನೀನು ಕಳಿಸಿ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೆಯಾ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಔಷಧಿ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೂ ದುಡ್ಡು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಇವನಿಗೆ ಶಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ದುಡ್ಡೇ ಕಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ. ಆಗ ಈ ಕಳ್ಳ ಬಂದು ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಪರ್ಸನಲಾಗಿ ಬಂದು ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಇವನು ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ಆ ಬಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಇವನ ಮನೇನ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವನು ಬಂದು ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ನಾನೇ ಕಳಿಸ್ದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಬ್ಬ ಕಳ್ಳನಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ನೇಚರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹ್ಯುಮ್ಯಾನಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾಧ್ಯನೋ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮರ್ತು ಬಿಡಿ. ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೂಡ ಮರಿಬೇಡಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತೀರ. ಈ ಕಥೆನ ಹೇಳಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.